Greetings, 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 greetings. Greetings, great rising, greetings, and great rising. How are y'all feeling? How are y'all doing on this energy of the dark moon, new moon, solar eclipse in Sagittarius? Ashe, ashe, ashe. This is the last moon cycle of the dark moon, new moon energy of the year. Ashe. And I wanted to finish off strong. We've been rocking a lot with the lunar cycle, Ashe. And now this is the last one of that moment of reflection, adjustments, letting go, sacrifices, offerings, sowing, Ashe, Ashe, metamorphosis, going into the cocoon, coming out of your cocoon, spreading your wings, getting ready to fly. Let's take a look and see with the universe, with the solar system, the galaxies, your ancestors, Orishas, Lawaz, angels, spirit guides and spirit animals, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Let's see what they have to say. Right off the rip, I pull energy of the moon cycle that we're currently in. We have the new moon eclipse, Ashe, expect powerful change. New moon in Sagittarius, Ashe, Ashe, luck is on your side. And hard work, your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn, depending on how you rock with the lunar phase. The dark moon is in Sagittarius. The new moon will be fading from Sagittarius into Capricorn. And the message that the energy of the moon is giving, Mawu, Lalum, Ashe, Ashe, is really just tapping into your emotional self, to have some faith in yourself. Know that your hard work is paying off. Yes, there are powerful changes. You should expect those. If you don't, just know that that is the energy that we're in, and these things could come up. Powerful changes, it's not so much of good or bad, it's just change, and it's going to come in such a powerful way. It's such an intense time when you have the dark quarter moon, or the dark moon in the cycle of a solar eclipse, meaning that it is aligned perfectly with the sun, but there is a blackout taking place. That is a lot of power that is being, I guess you could say, blocked. So that means that you will have to focus more so on the inside of you. And you need to have faith that the work that you put in is definitely paying off. Capricorn is earth energy. Ground yourself, meditate, balance, stay focused. Know that your hard work is paying off, but there may be still work to do. Have some fun. Trust that if you put in your work and it's going to come through, it's going to come through abundantly. Ashe, Ashe, the new moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius energy is all about, telling the truth, especially to yourself. So you wouldn't be lying by acknowledging that your hard work is paying off. You're seeing, things more so on the inside because, outside of you in the physical realm, the energy and the sense of it all is dark. So you're going to have to turn inward. You're going to have to trust your instincts. You're going to have to trust, your gut, and seeing things for as they are in a practical sense. That fire energy may be encouraging you to shoot your shot, make a move, but for some, you may be in that moment where, yes, I am a goat, with La Sardines mermaid fish tail, Ashe. So yeah, you could be a little different. You could be a little eclectic. Your vision may be on a different path, wavelength, or, just more of the subconscious, where people that are on the surface, they may be in a box. They don't understand how a goat can have a tail. That's not your cross to bear. Your needs is to stay focused on how you're thinking, how you're feeling, more so in regards to what it is that you're feeling. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Trust in the divine, and your Loas and your Orishas. They're doing their part. Ashe, ashe. You know, with a little hard work and then a little, you know, that magic from spirit. Luck. You know, so you may be seeing the number 7. Ashe. And just know that within this time, you know, it's not only the universe or your Loas, your divine, bringing this energy to you. You yourself are powerful. You yourself, you know, is making change on whatever it is that you're making it. And that too will definitely pay off, because it is such a potent, powerful night of masculine, feminine energy, you know, squaring off, trying up, blending in beautiful harmony, you know, coming into perfect alignment so you can see, you know, internally more so in regards to what's going on deep within inside of you. What is it that you need to let go of? Ashe, ashe, ashe. So the need to have things in a rational sense, you know, a lot of things come through with a lot of wonder, a lot of air, a lot of magic, you know, a lot of possibilities. This says celestial, you know, so this is definitely messages that are coming through, you know, your higher selves, your guardians, your angels, your guides. You know, they're coming through, your ancients, your ancestors. You're not imagining these things. These are the energies that are out and about within us and with, you know, outside of us as well. Want you to connect to your spirit, because the path that you're, you know, in a crossroad about, you're definitely is going to affect your soul path. So you definitely want to start bringing everything together. You know, some of us may need to even go back to 2020 when the eclipse phase first started, and it's going to be ending now. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely want to take a look back, maybe Sankofa 3, 6, 12 months back, just to see, you know, what connections you've made along your journey. What are the possibilities and what is guaranteed, you know? And this is the lady saying, enjoy growth and reap your rewards. Yeah, so this is definitely your hard work is paying off. It's directly under the new moon in Capricorn, which is definitely taking place, fading in later, you know, on Sunday. Ashe, ashe. So it wants you to enjoy, you know. You see the apple, you see the star seeds that's taking place inside of there. Is definitely in regards to, you know, your harvest is coming in. The fruits of your labor, the fruits of your hard work is starting to pay off. So you should definitely see some product. You know, maybe you're gearing up to launch a product. Well, it's definitely going to do well. It's definitely a good time to do that now. Go ahead and shoot your shot. You know, understanding that you are connected to the divine, because everything that is taking place right now is in regards to the divine energy. You know, when you see the apple, Adam and Eve, Ashe, Ashe, this is the lady coming through. So definitely someone who could be earthy, you know, maybe you work with herbs or vegetation. Ashe, ashe. Maybe an offering needs to be given. You see 2 apples here. One is cut in half. Where's the other half? Maybe it was given. It was shared as an offering. You know, you definitely want to make sure that you stay connected to your ancestors, your spirit guides, your spirit tribe. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Ayi bobo. Let's see. This card is flipped. Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. Ashe. So some of us are being asked to align, you know, to align to our soul purpose, our soul path. Here with the celestial, you know, it says soul path. So it's definitely asking you, your guardians, your guides, your higher self, you know, your the wisdom and the knowledge. Even in the dark, you can see. Because your spirit is the one that's leading you. Your spirit is the one that's guiding you. And not only that, there are other, you know, energies that are following you. Guardians here, lady here. So it could be female energy, you know, that's looking over you. Your answers, you know, will come. They are coming. Go ahead and ask what it is you need to know. Shoot your shot. Speak your truth. Be honest with yourself, and then honest with your guardians, honest with your angels, honest with your support. What it is that you need, what it is that you need help with letting go. This is that energy. If you need some assistance in regards to revamping, you know, regenerating, you know, fertility, reproduction, something is definitely coming into fruition. Ashe, your answers are definitely on the way. You have been heard. They've been hearing you. They've heard you, you know. So now it's time to acknowledge the energy of yourself. Maybe a ritual is needed. This is definitely divine energy. This definitely looks like the sun, you know, higher self. Yeah, you definitely, though, want to make sure that, you know, you're not getting a big head about your growth. The as above and the so below is here. Yeah, this is a beautiful time. So any questions, anything else that you need, you know, throw it out into the universe. Shoot your shot. You know, make a decision in regards to which path you need to be on. You want to stay grounded. You know, you may need to do a lot of meditation. You need to feel the feelings that you're feeling overall, but then you want to bring it back to earth. You want to bring it back to center. You want to bring it back, you know, to your spirit, to your heart, and making the decision for your greatest and highest good. This is the abundance of it all. This is the truth of it all. This is the protection of it all. You know, aligning you right now. You're being guided and aligned to your soul path. And maybe you don't know personally what your soul path is, but spirit does. Ashe. Ashe. So if you align yourself to spirit, bliss came through. So if you align yourself to spirit, some of the changes that will be made will be satisfaction, your security of it all, and that is also in that earth energy, you know. But the bliss, you know, you're sleeping peacefully, you're getting your rest, you know, you're no longer worrying, you're letting go of all the fears and all of the doubts and, you know, all of the confusion. You're turning more so to, you know, yourself inwardly, and things are starting to come together, and some are even starting to, you know, blossom and bloom. At peace, once you align with your spirit and understand that you are being divinely guided, you're not, you know, in this by yourself. These thoughts, these new ideas, these dreams, these visions, the synchronicities, the pattern of it all, you know, they all mean something. You definitely want to pay attention to your dreams. You know, if you are in a state of feeling content, you know, and content can be such a, you know, borderline negative word. You know, you never want to stay, you know, just so, some people say. But there's nothing wrong with being content. There's nothing wrong with being happy with who you are and what you're about. There's nothing wrong with being happy about the things that you have, even if you feel as though that you should have more, you deserve more, or more is on the way. Being happy and content with what you do have, you know. Being satisfied with the way that things are going. Not focusing so much on where you want to be or where you should be or where you could be, but just being right here in the moment, right now. Getting your rest. The body may need to recharge, you know, putting in all this work, all this hard work, Capricorn energy come through, you know, and spending time out in the universe, spending time with your Lawaj, your Orishas, your ancestors, your spirit guides, communicating with them. That's a lot of energy that has been going back and forth, you know. Now is the time to get your rest. You have to recharge. Yeah, and then confirmation here, right under the lady, Look at that. You have the Queen of Pentacles. So yes, you have definitely grown in a sense of being practical, you know, but not so tight. You're in alignment with Earth. You're in alignment with Mother Nature. You're very Earth oriented. You know, you could definitely be a Taurus or have Taurus energy, Capricorn energy, you know, and even Virgo energy. We just left the other Earth energy of Virgo, you know, so you were keeping your thoughts pure during that time. The fire in the Sagittarius is gearing you up, getting you prepared for that next leg of the journey. So before we step into that next leg, is definitely being encouraged to get some rest. All of your hard work, yes, you definitely have grown, you know, along with it. It wasn't just about what you were trying to gain, what you were trying to manifest, what you were trying to capitalize on, what you were trying to grow, you know, what you were trying to sow, i.e. Bobo. It was also about spirituality. It was also about the nourishment and the love and the nurturing and the commitment and the understanding of the cycles of life and the cycles of you, seeing your patterns. Ashe, ashe, you know, having your mind and your heart on one accord, seeing the dualities of it all and bringing it all together. Yeah, you don't mind sharing, but you do have a keen sense of your boundaries now. You know what you do want. You know what you don't want, you know. You're very good, or you have a better understanding or a better handle on maybe financial situations, maybe family situations, you know. Maybe you're starting to meditate more. Maybe you've come to find that sweet spot for you. And along with that meditation, it does come a lot of rest. So you are being, you know, open to the energies of, you know, not just yourself, but with Gaia, with Earth. Yeah, I just heard something about crystals. Like crystals may be, you know, maybe you work with crystals. Maybe you like to go to the park. Maybe some of us, you know, go to the cemeteries. It's very peaceful and it's very calm and it's very quiet. Things are very still. And while you're doing all of this, you are being protected. Your messages are being received. For those that rock, Papa Legba is granting that information to come through. Mercury energy is definitely on, you know, the scenes when I'm speaking of Virgo energy. Because that's the energy that has come along for the ride. We just phased out of it. But there's still some shadowy times here. Some of us may need to get some rest. You know, some of us could be so stuck on go mode. And then you have orange. So it could be your sacral chakra. And then the orange, it is purposeful, trendsetter, leader on the high end. On the low end is diversion, follower, apathy. I blaze my trail with purposeful intent, letting nothing distract me from my goal. I am not afraid to show my true colors to the world. I-yi bo asheo. And that's what we were talking about. You know, being true to yourself, being truthful, being honest, knowing who you are and what you're about, knowing that you do have your guides along with you. Your spirit is rocking with you. And staying focused, you know, that's that earth energy, not getting caught up into the fanfare of the fire. You know, fire is very mesmerizing and it's mysterious and it's hot and it's sultry and it's passionate. You know, it's love, but it could also be, you know, playing the odds against the middle, and you're the one that's going to end up getting burned. You know, knowing that you should go left and going against yourself and spirit, you and making that right turn, you know, and then finding out later that you have a hard lesson to learn because you knew better. You should have went that way. You know, understand that you're a leader. It's not about following anyone. If you're meant to go left, you go left. You know, You don't have to follow anything. You don't have to, copy anyone else's style. You don't have to, jack their swag. You're definitely a trendsetter. Or what it is that you're thinking of producing, what you've been working on is definitely going to be the trend. Yeah, and it says, I blaze my trail. So that's definitely that Sagittarius energy, that fire energy that's definitely coming through with that. And look at that. All of the earth energy is together here. Ashe. Ashe. Okay. Ashe. So the other herbs wanted to come out as well. So here you have Clary Sage. And Clary Sage, it says on the high end, clear vision, euphoria, and cycles. And then on the low end, blindness, excess, and intoxication. When I flow with the cycles of life and embrace my personal power, the veil is lifted and I clearly see only that which is true. That goes along again with that fire energy, that Sagittarius energy, all about the truth here. Clary Sage can definitely help you clear your vision. If you are having some trouble during this dark energy, not even just with the moon phase, but with us fading out of autumn and going into the winter, and the days starts getting shorter and the night starts getting longer. Don't forget the winter solstice is December the 21st. That is coming, and that is 2 days, about 2 to 3 days after the full moon, which will be in Gemini. So it's already giving you the heads up of bringing it all together, seeing the dualities and everything. If you're able to allow yourself to, clear your confusion and your doubt, you'll be able to see things clearly. You'll be able to see that it's not so many choices or so many options, but it's just definitely a choice that needs to be made. Ashe. And with that Gemini energy, you're going to have to take the good with the bad, the highs with the lows, and that's the energy that we are in, because it's all coming through. So you definitely want to make sure that you have a good understanding of what your purpose is. You want to understand that the moves that we're making right now is in regards to our soul path, our soul journey, our soul purpose. You're meant to be purposeful right now. So utilizing your fire to illuminate and to keep you warm and to move ahead. Yes, it's nerve-wracking. Yes, it's scary. Yes, it can be confusing. You may not be sure, but one thing's for certain and two things for sure. The veil is gone. It says the veil is lifted, and I've been saying for a while that veil is gone. There's nothing now that is able to obscure your vision, because here we have the owl. If you really want to see, you will see, and you can see. And then here is an ANC favorite, patchouli. This is in regards to taking action, prosperity, and fertility. If that doesn't go along with that Sagittarian energy. But I just want y'all to see something. Are you seeing that there's a lot of green in this whole strip here? There's a lot of green. So this is in regards to, matters of the heart. Trusting yourself, loving yourself, nurturing yourself, caring for yourself, just rocking with self and bringing in what needs to be brought in for you. What you've thrown out is coming back to thee, and there's nothing wrong with reaping your harvest, and it's coming back abundantly. So once you get what you need, the excess, the extra, the overflow, share that. You definitely want to share that. Because on the low end of Clary Sage, anything extra, and if you're hoarding it, it's just, it's not being purposeful. Ashe. It's not being purposeful. Ashe. This is a time of giving and receiving. When you have that masculine energy, that duality coming through, the power energy of the dualities, the masculine and the feminine, you definitely have to make sure that you're keeping things balanced. Keeping it balanced. And the Clary Sage is all about action, prosperity, and fertility on the high end. Lazy, poor, barren on the low end. I choose rich, fertile soil to plant the seeds of my desires, in resulting in an abundant harvest. I cannot make this up on my best day. On my best day, I cannot make it up. It's telling you right now that, you have a decision that you need to make. Either you're going to take action or you're going to be lazy. And that will result in whatever decision you make, whatever course you take, you know, is either going to be prosperous or it won't. You know, if you're sowing seeds and you're not tending to them, if you're not checking on the soil, if you're not watering in them, if you're not checking to make sure they're getting enough sun, you know, if you're not doing what needs to be done so they can then sprout their roots, you know, and start to settle, become grounded, and then they'll start to grow and sprout, and that's the, you know, the fruitation coming through, then, you know, those seeds, they'll just die. They'll just be seeds, or something or someone, you know, will possibly see that you're not paying attention to what's going on. They'll come on in and they'll take your seeds, you know. If you make the decision to tend to your soil, you know, and that can be literally or figuratively, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, any of the leads, you know, patchouli can definitely help you rock with that. Yeah, you know, and this is saying what you want. You know, luck is on your side. Everything is in alignment. Again, the sun and the moon. For those that are like, what is she talking about, that masculine, feminine energy? It's the sun and the moon in alignment that is causing the solar eclipse. Ashe, ashe, ashe. So the moon is so much more so of the emotions, and the sun is in regards to the ego. So making sure that there's perfect symmetry there. Don't allow yourself to talk yourself out of, you know, such a divine experience. Ashe, ashe. And then we have echoes. So right below the orange, you know, you have all of this blue, and then you still have a lot of green coming through. Ashe. And the echoes is ancient cultural roots, customs. And when I said that you had ancients coming through, let that be confirmation. This is your ancestors. This is your roots. And I was just talking about the, you know, whole planting of the seeds and making sure that they grow their roots. And then here you come rocking out with the daggone roots. Ashe, ayi, bobo. Customs comes through in the sense of, you know, being a trendsetter. You know, maybe your things will need to go through customs. Maybe you have a whole ritual or, you know, a process in regards to how to use your products. Ashe. Speaking the thoughts that, or the words that need to be said, but be mindful who you're speaking around, because people definitely are listening. You want to listen to the conversations that are taking place around you at this time, and you definitely want to be careful and mindful of who you're sharing your information with, because parrots, they do repeat. Ashe. You definitely have a big cat here, also draped in this blue and gold and green. Ashe, ashe. So that's just having a very prosperous time. It's definitely in regards to matters of the heart. So some things you want to keep close to the chest, you know. She's in her ritual garb here, you know, maybe doing your lineage dance, or, you know, if you're a part of a tribe, if you're part of a house, a coven, you know, a church, maybe a praise dance is needed. Here we see that this moon is definitely in the crescent phase. So this is definitely taking that light within and shining it and allowing that dark to come through and turning that dark into a light as well. Ashe, ashe, ashe. It's not as scary as you think it is, you know, and from what I'm gathering, we don't even think that it's scary at this point. It's just coming down to, are we really going to take this next step? Are we really going to take this next step? Oh, and then we have the green man coming through. Ashe, ashe. Now, the beauty about this is that let me just move this up a little bit. The beauty about the green man is innovative, you know, fertilization, and also taking action. So here we have action, and then we have action. We have the green man, and then we have patchouli, you know, and again, this pile has a lot of green. And as you can see, if you're focusing on where you are right now and the energies, and focusing on what you need to do right now, That green will start to spill over into other parts of your life. That beauty, that abundance, that nurturing, that growing, it will start to spread. The same way that if we're focusing on a lot of negativity and a lot of doubt and hate and pain, you know, and unresolved issues, that too will start to spread throughout our life, you know. This is leading to this, which is coming from here. Paying attention to the echoes, you know. So sometimes they can come through as a whisper. Sometimes it comes through as deja vu. Sometimes it comes through a dream. Sometimes it just, you know, it's on the outskirts and the edges of your brain. You feel as though that, you know, I just can't bring it to the forefront. It's right on the tip of my tongue. It's the echoes, you know. Divine is speaking to you. Nature is really big. Nature is probably right now the best energy source to get your information from. Going to, you know, if you're in a warmer climate, or even if you just bundle up and go to a park or go to a farm, go to, you know, wherever it is that you can just be a part of nature. And there's that masculine energy coming through. Yeah. Taking the initiative. You know, that's using your, all of your resources here. Your feminine energy, your masculine energy. This could be in regards to a relationship. There's a lot of Taurus energy here. Venus rocks with Taurus energy. Oh, and Venus is right here. Here we go. Here we go. Sitting just face up. Ashe, ashe. And that is so beautiful. I'm talking about Venus, and I'm talking about Taurus energy. You know, all of this earth energy, you know, is no coincidences and no surprises here. And that 21 comes out to be a 3. And I also spoke on December the 21st. So definitely seeing some maturity, some growth, some something sprouting. You know, it may not be in full bloom, but it's definitely coming together. For some of us, though, it's definitely in full bloom. For a lot of us, we're definitely reaping, you know, our harvest already. You know, this full bloom right here is coming through. So you have Venus. Venus is, yes, definitely about, you know, love and relationships and family structures and being free, because it's also linked to Librian energy. Ashe, ashe. So let that be the dualities of it all. Let that be a message come through, Papa Legba. Let that be a message that you have earth and energy here, earth and air energy. You know, when you're talking about Venus, Libra and Taurus share this. So being free to think the thoughts and the dreams and the desires that you want, and then grounding yourself and meditating and really putting your intentions out into the universe, really speaking it and aligning it with your spirit in regards to this is something that you truly want, and you're going to think of the best moves to take, and then you're actually going to take them. Ashe, ashe. You want to make sure that whatever it is, you have a understanding, a clear understanding that whatever it is that you're planting, that's what's gonna grow. You know. So if there's a lot of revenge, you know, if there's a lot of malice, if there's a lot of get backs, if there's a lot of sabotaging, if you're doing a lot of curses, hexes, and spells, you know, on a lower vibrational end, then understand that that's what's going to be coming back into your world, because what you throw out is coming back to thee abundantly. Ashe, ashe. You know, so beloved, having love for yourself, you know, pollinating your mind, your heart, your spirit with beautiful thoughts. Understand that Oshun is definitely connected to Venus. They have a pomegranate here, and I definitely connect that to Persephone. Also springtime. You know, so some of us who may be reaping our benefits now, some of us will be doing it around the winter solstice, and then for others it will be around spring. You know, but no matter where you are, be grateful and remain present and stay focused in regards to who you are, what you're about, and what you have going on. Don't forget your roots. You know, that offering that it could be coming through. You see Persephone's pomegranate. She was offered a pomegranate, and this is how, according to the Pataki, she was trapped down into the underworld, and her family had to fight for her. Her guardians had to fight for her, and balance was had. You know, the Pataki states that Persephone spends 6 months here on Earth and then 6 months in the underground with Hades. Ashe, ayi bobo. Ashe, yo, take that to your altar. Ashe, Ashe. But you definitely want to pay attention to what's being said. And it's not just, again, I can't stress it enough, it's not just from the physical. It's going to be coming a lot from nature. Ashe, Ashe. Then we have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, so see, that's that meditation, you know, that's coming to center, you know. There could be a lot of things coming your way. A lot of energies coming your way. You definitely want to make sure that you have your force field secure. You definitely want to make sure that you're doing your protection. And again, that could come from a ritual. That could come from an invocation, an evocation. You know, saying the words out loud, especially when it comes to shooting your shot, whatever it is that you desire, whatever it is you want to come through, whatever it is you want to manifest. But just be mindful that that will not be enough. You're going to have to put things into action. You're going to have to see the beauty in things during a time where there may be no beauty to be seen at first glance, Ashe. But don't forget, again, you have the owl energy rocking. You have the goat energy rocking. You know, you have the parrot. You definitely want to make sure that if you ever find yourself slipping into, you know, that dark place and you're not remembering that you do have light, you do have the spirit, you do have the fire coming through, doubly so because we're in Sagittarian energy. Oh, and triply so because we're in double Sagittarius here, with the moon also being in Sagittarian energy. So it's double fire. You know, your spirit is like suited and booted, baby. Suited and booted. And then we have the armadillo, and the armadillo is saying groundedness. And that's what I'm saying here. You know, having the protection, gearing up. You know, you may see things coming your way. You make sure that your boundaries are intact. You know, you're standing true with that Sagittarius energy. You're standing true, you know, to what it is that you believe in. Even if, you know, the masses don't agree. Like I said again, you are the trendsetter. You know, you're the one that will set the tone. You're the one that is aligning yourself to your soul's path. You know, you're the one that's making sure that what's good for you and what's right for you definitely is what you're willing to fight for. You're going to have to be a warrior about yours. You know, some of us may have to defend, honestly, what is rightfully yours. And then there's a lot of sevens popping out. You know, you have 77 thus far. So you definitely want to make sure that you have the wisdom to know when spirit is speaking to you. Knowing when you need to make sure your boundaries are intact. Understanding that divine source energy, life is coming through for you because they have been listening and they're rocking with you. And they've already been fighting battles that you may not even be aware of. It's none of your concern, but what may come through now is definitely going to be in regards to you.